10 years since Wings lost a 1v1?
When?
Yeah, that's
Yesterday
was the 10-year anniversary.
Syndicate?
Yeah. Wow. Yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of Wings' 1v1.
I remember where I was.
Were you there?
No, I was in Seattle with White Boy eating seafood, looking for some weed.
Zach asked why I streamed that shit. I told him that he told me to right on the show. But in hindsight, I don't know that he did tell me to. It might have been my idea to stream it.
Yeah, but everybody knew
There's no way that shouldn't have been
streamed.
streamed. That had to be captured.
Yeah.
It had to be. It was such a...
Dude.
And honestly, everything I know about this moment, by the way, I know from watching that documentary that dude made.
Yeah, Mr. Medical.
Like everything I know about this, like literally comes from that. Yeah. Wings is the only guy that I used to be like, yo, yeah, Woody doesn't like me. But that other guy, Wings, he hates me.
Wings was giving Syndicate a hard. He was insulting him all show long. And he was insulting him at multiplayer. And I didn't realize that Syndicate was really good at multiplayer. He was a multiplayer player before he was a zombies player. And he's really good right now, by the way. I sometimes catch his Twitch streams. But so he was just sort of putting him down. And then Wings said that he was better at zombies than Syndicate. Now, Syndicate was literally ranked first in the world. And he's telling him that he's not that good, that if he were to do it, he would be the best in the world. And not best on YouTube, mind you. Like there are zombies rankings, right? He's the best player at one point to have ever played the game. And Wings was, thought he'd be better. So at one point, they sort of decided they would play against each other. And I was the host. Like my Xbox was the host, so I could view it and stuff. And I knew that gave Wings a pretty significant advantage with the way latency works. Right? I'm in North Carolina. Wings is in South Carolina. Syndicate is in England. And, that's just, so Wings' shots all registered.
It's 4,000 miles versus 400 miles.
Right? He wins every tie. But, and then Wings set up the rules to be his advantage. If Wings is really good at something, it's long distance accurate guns where you have to, only a pixel is showing from behind the barrel across the map. That's Wings' forte. He wasn't really good at rushing and beating you by meeting in the hallway. He was good at that long distance shot. So he does bog M16s across the map and red dots. He set up the whole kit. He determined what you had to use in the game. So he had every advantage. But Syndicate got into an early lead. And then because he got that early lead and there was a timer, Wings had to make bad decisions to, push it because otherwise you just not engage and lose.
Anger works against you in those. I don't care what anyone says. Anger absolutely works against you in those.
And the clock, right? Like if I'm beating you, 5-3, I have every incentive to just disengage. I'm going to take a spot where you have to come at me, and otherwise I'll just win 5-3. Fine, that I don't care what score I win with. So Wings had to push into Syndicate, and he kept getting beat. And in Syndicate's defense, he didn't hide very much. He was running around looking for action. It was a fair game, and Syndicate won.
He just ran the trash pile. He got on the trash pile. He ran it.
You know about the Man in the High Castle? You heard about that?
Yeah,
it's like a book, and then it's a show. It's like, what if Nazis won the war? What would the universe be rate today if 10 years ago, like Wings 10-0 that 1v1? It's like I'm sitting here with him. He has like a 6-pack. And he's jacked and he's like holding it down. You know what I mean?
Off the show.
That clip that exactly. Yeah.
That dude. So Wings would tell you
an alternate reality
that losing that 1v1 was the thing, that people watched him for his gaming skill, and it deflated that balloon. I don't know if he still believes that, but I never did. They watched Wings. Everyone watched COD for the commentary mostly, and
the skill made you stand out, but it's not why people came back. It's never why people recurred.
Machinima once said, like, there's 3 pillars to this stool. There's production value, commentary, and gameplay. And you really only had to be strong in 2 out of the 3. And hardly anyone was strong at all 3 of the 3. But anyway, so Wings just had to be cool about the loss. If he was gracious, it would have been a non-story. but really flipping out on me, flipping out on Syndicate. And then he tried to bribe Syndicate to purposely lose.
Oh, that's the best part.
That was the part. The other part was not. That is the part. That's the part, because that's entirely, that's a whole other thing.
Really, I think the reaction.
That's the part that not that many people even know about.
When he called me the F slur, and I think that went over.
He's
really
right though.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
kidding,
but he didn't know that. But, he called me an effing F slur, and or fucking F slur. I guess we could say one and not the other. And he just flipped out on Syndicate, and he was the sorest loser that's ever lost. And I think that's the big deal. The trying to bribe him, like Keemstar tried to get in it and be the center of the rematch or something. He was always attention whoring at the time. A lot of people didn't know that. Like, that happened on Twitter, and that wasn't the middle of the universe at the time. YouTube was, but it didn't help him.
Yeah, it's like I think, like, I was talking about Jake Paul earlier. And like what he does, like what it is that he's doing. Like, I'm not saying like I like Jake Paul. I'm a Jake Paul. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can't knock at what he's doing. But I will tell you one thing. If you took Jake Paul and you put his brain into Wings today, right now, with everything that is going on and the attention that Wings does get, there is a way to leverage that and make success out of it. 100%. Because if people are that passionate, even if they fucking hate you, you have to turn it into something. And it's like, no disrespect to him, there is so much that he's like not doing right about it. And that compounds on itself and probably compounds on him mentally. And like, that's hard to deal with for sure. People come in, they're just going to constantly hate on you. But you have to leverage that.
Just ignores his stream the whole fucking time. I see him live stream, and I'm like, "Oh, Wings is streaming. I want to watch his stream." And then it's as he doesn't give a fuck, or he can't be bothered to give a fuck, or something. But it's almost like he intentionally puts on the worst show he can in his stream. And there's all this stuff happening in the chat that's like, blowing up and poking at him, and he just wants to not interact with everyone. And like people are supposed to watch him slumping in his chair playing an old game.
Ban that guy. Ban him. Like, those are, I'm like, yo,
welcome to ban world.
Sometimes someone will say something and he'll be like, ban that guy. And I'm like, no, that's a low-key ambassador of your brand, and you didn't realize it. Like, that guy's valuable. Like, honestly, like, I like people that get banned from his stream. I wish I had audience like that.
Yeah,
one banned Wings viewer
for money.
One banned
mental health for money. You think it's fun, but you probably wouldn't like it.
No, you're right. You're right. But like, you're already there. If you're already going to be there, already doing the hard part, putting yourself in the line of fire, then you got to maximize it. And like, one banned stream viewer is worth like 10,000 viewers on TikTok. Like, that guy's out here engaging. He came here. He's got your notifications turned on. And like, listen, you got like, if you have like 600 viewers because you never banned anyone, no one ever got banned in history, and they're all there like, fuck this motherfucker, blah, 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 and like quoting you and shit like that. And like, you're like, you just milk it and you just get to play the fucking bad guy like it's wrestling. People will come in that have never heard anything. They'll be like, what's going on here? Who is this guy? What is it? There would be like some fucking like score esports, like the most curious streamer that exists, and why does it, and like whatever. There's absolutely a way to do it. And I'm not saying it's like easier than I would know how to do it. But
the heavyweight champion of douchebaggery, Wings of Redemption.
But I'm just saying, I don't have the answer, but Jake Paul has the answer.
Kyle's once said this, and it registered is so true to me. He's like, Wings might be a streamer who pulls, I don't want to insult his numbers, but 500 to 700 people typically. I think that's rightish. He's like, but he is way more famous than that. He is as household a name as Shroud is, I would argue. Like, he just, his long history, all the people that have seen, people hear Wings of Redemption, and there are 100 million of them who are like, well, yeah, what's that guy doing now?
My girlfriend knows who Wings is.
Yep.
Like,
All of my
you know,
girlfriends do because I make them watch.
yeah, but they like it. She likes
They like it. Yeah.
She likes it. She watches him and she likes it. And then I'm like, so what'd you think? She was like, this is funny. Let's get some Wendy's.
I'm
Chili,
thinking
man.
Wendy's. I got a craving for some of that chili.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't really thought about him working it, leaning into.
Oh,
it.
I wish like he did, because I watch him like, please handle that guy. Handle him better than ban him. There's a way. Like there's a way. Like even if he went on stream and came out in character doing something, if he came out like in a fucking like a suit and tie and a top hat and did some bit, people would be like,
I wanted to dress up as Wendy's chili.
Oh, he's the
It's
partner
literally
now, though, on Twitch. Did he get it? He didn't. Get his
yeah,
partnership
something
back,
like
did he?
that. I
No,
heard,
yeah,
I heard
they
them, like,